What is up, my beautiful people? This is Kristen Peoples coming to bossofculture.org. I hope you're doing super fabulous today. I'm overcoming a little cold here, so just bear with my voice, if you will. But a comment came across that I really wanted to discuss with you guys. I think it is extremely important to discuss because I think in the scheme of things, when we're dealing with the workplace and life in general, we just kind of overlook things. And it is that very thing that is invaluable that we need to pay attention to. So before we get started, I want to read this confirmation. It's an affirmation, but it's a confirmation of what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because when I pulled this card out today from my Power Thought deck, you guys, I was like, whoa, my beautiful people need to hear this. You guys, it says, I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. And I receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being accepting from an unlimited source. In an unlimited way, I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams. You guys, I think we put so many limitations on our abilities to be able to make money. Let's just keep it real. We get in with these jobs and we give our all to them. We are so loyal to them. And then when they don't appreciate the time, the effort, and the work that we put in, and oftentimes I hear it from you guys in the comment section. You guys are telling me about the things that you are experiencing at work, and it's because you're placing these limitations on yourself. And this is something I wish I knew then that I know now, that I'm so glad to be in a position to be able to share with you now, if that makes any sense. That oftentimes the limitations we face come from ourselves. It comes from us. We are our worst enemy. And even though we experience things at work that aren't pleasant, mistreatment, workplace bullying, abuse, being passed over for promotions, all the unfair things that we see happen in the workplace, it comes from us. And I'm not saying that it's our fault, because I don't victim shame. And in fact, I don't target shame. I use the word target as opposed to that V word, you guys, because when it comes to workplace bullying, abuse, we are targets, we are survivors, and ultimately we become thrivers, especially if you're a part of this tribe. But you guys, I often find that when I've faced failures in my life or challenges, because oftentimes I use those failures as stepping stones to move to the next level, the only person that was standing in my way was myself. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by the fact that when things are happening to you at work, we say to ourselves, oh, I can't go there. I can't move someplace else because I'm so comfortable here. And another comment that I received was, well, things are getting better. Yeah, guess what? Things got better for me for a moment until they got really bad. So whenever a zebra or leopard or tiger or whatever the heck it is shows you their stripes, or like Maya Angelou would say, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. So let me get to what I wanted to discuss with you guys today, because this all comes together. If anybody that knows me on a personal level, and hopefully you guys have been with me long enough, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you need to be subscribing right now. You need to be liking these videos so that you can get to know me better. But anybody that knows me knows that I always have, like, I'm very abstract when it comes to things in terms of grabbing things. If you watch a lot of my videos and you see my style and you understand my communication style, I say a bunch of things, and at the end, you guys are like, whoa, it all comes together. That's just who I am. I'm just abstract like that, you know. But you guys, this comment really struck a nerve with me because, you guys, I ended up in a hospital. I was so sick of my job that I ended up in the hospital. And I don't want that to happen to you. And this comment came to me on my TikTok channel. Follow me on TikTok too, you guys. Follow me everywhere. I am everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, at bossofculture.org. But her comment was, you give good words, you give words of wisdom. I had that happen to me. Everything in me told me to exit, but my pride wouldn't allow it. I ended up in the hospital. And this came from my, when they joined forces to try to get you to quit short that I did. You guys, I told her, I said, you aren't alone. I ended up in the hospital too. It's where my passion comes from. And it's so true. If you know my backstory, you guys know that I dealt with this workplace bullying abuse for over 10 years, this mistreatment, this reconditioning, if you will, to make you not have confidence within yourself, make you feel like you are worthless and you can't go anyplace else. It is a play in the playbook, whether you are talking about a personal or a professional relationship. This is what is aimed. This is the goal. They find you. They see that you're very competent. They know that you know what you're talking about. That you know what you're doing. You walk in there with your confidence. I mean, everyone likes you. But someone who's in power, they see that. They don't like that. It intimidates them. And they're like, oh, shoot, this person can take my job one day. What can I do to make them feel how I feel? How can I project my pain and my insecurities onto this person? I don't know how these people end up in management positions, but oftentimes they do, because it's too many of you guys that are chiming in saying, yep, I'm going through this right now. Yep, I been there, done that. Yep, I've seen my coworkers go through that. You guys, this is an epidemic that's been going on, a silent epidemic that's been going on for many years. And I'm so glad that so many of us are waking up to this. But I want you to understand that. And the question I have for you guys is, when you're dealing with this, when you're dealing with having to go to the hospital because of your job, you got to ask yourself, at what cost? At what cost is my job for me to be so sick that I'm hanging on to this job? Because that's what I did, you guys. I just responded to a comment a little while ago. And this young lady told me, she said she's going to hang in there. She's just like, you know, I know what you're talking about. Thank you so much. But I'm going to try to hang in there. And you know what? I encourage you to do so. If you have the strength and if you have the stamina to do so, by all means, go ahead. But I always tell people that when you start seeing the handwriting on the wall, you already know what the outcome's going to be. Play the tape forward. Don't sit around and wait for the other shoe to drop. I'm telling you guys this from the other side. What is to come? Again, a tiger does not change its stripes. So don't let your ego send you to the hospital because you're trying to hang on, because that was my attitude. My ego kept me there. My heart was telling me every day I was waking up. I was sick like I had never been sick before, you guys. Now, I told you guys I just kind of got over a cold and, you know, I was down for a day and I was back up again, right? But I tell you this, when I was working in that toxic work environment, every time I looked around, I was calling in sick. And I don't think it was because, I think it was because my body was telling me, look, you didn't listen to your heart, so you're going to listen to this body. And you're going to lay in this bed because we don't feel that you need to go to work. My higher self was telling me, you need to be finding something else. But then my ego was like, nope, they're not taking my job for me. Nope, I'm going to stick in here. Nope, you know, I'm big bad Kristen. Until every time I looked around, I was taking a sick day here. I was taking a couple sick days here. Next thing I know, I was having panic attacks. Next thing I know, I was laid out on the floor in the bathroom, in the women's bathroom. Next thing I know, I was on leave again here. I was on leave. And then I was like, oh my goodness. My mental health is at such risk that it's now affecting my physical health. You guys, I'm a fairly healthy person. And I will tell you, with the mistreatment I experienced at that job, as it directly related to my job, I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Again, I tell you guys, had no history of it whatsoever. No history in my family, none of that. But because I allowed mistreatment to go on so I could hang on to a job, because someone else had commented, well, how am I going to pay my bills? You know what? You're right. I was asking the same question until I was laid up in the hospital. And then I'm like, what good am I to my family if I'm laid up in the hospital somewhere with high blood pressure? Barely made it home because I was experiencing hypertension, which was something I never even had in my health profile until I allowed myself to stay someplace for so long that my mental health was affected and it started affecting my physical health. where I had blown up 45 pounds because I was staying someplace that I should have been leaving. You guys, our bodies and our souls are very, very smart. They sense danger and they try to protect us. And if we don't listen, guess what? You end up in the hospital, you end up taking sick days and all kinds of stuff. Notice when you are around people and places and you are in situations where things are harmonious, don't you find that you're at peace and that you're always healthy? Your mental space is clear. You get things done. You wake up, you look forward to the day. But when you are in a toxic situation, you don't think straight. You're constantly sick. You're constantly worried. That worry is stress, and stress kills. You know, I used to hear stress kills all the time, right? Until stress almost killed me. So I want you to, when you turn this video off, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, wow, am I in a space where I need to be? Am I appreciated, whether you are in a relationship personally or this relationship with your job? Is it healthy? Because at the end of the day, no hospital bills, no near-death experiences. It's not worth hanging on to a job. I'm going to tell you something else before I shut this camera off. There was a guy that worked in the department across from me. He died at work. I wonder why most people die on Mondays. And I wonder why most people have panic attacks when they think about their jobs, especially when they're in jobs where they shouldn't be. You need to have a long and hard, honest conversation with yourself. I never tell you to quit, and I will never, ever tell you to quit on any of these videos. I will tell you to make a plan B and to make a move. So do what's best for you. I'm only telling you this stuff because I've been there, done that, and I love you, and I have passion for seeing people thrive. And then when you make it, that means I made it, because I have shared with you guys valuable content, shared my wisdom, and that is what I'm living for these days, right? I'm the big sis. I've been there, done that, and I'm telling you what to look out for and how to take care of yourself. So hopefully this video helps someone out there. Please comment in the comment section below. You guys, my birthday is coming up next week. And I'm going to tell you that I'm trying to reach at least 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal. Now, I am going to put it out there in the universe that you guys are going to help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, by the end of 2022. I want to at least have 1,000 subscribers. And I want you guys to tell everyone that you know about this channel. Get them to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me everywhere, because I have more content to come that is going to change your life. Because guess what? I changed my life, and I want you guys to change your life for the better as well. I am Kristen Peoples with bossofculture.org. Also, make sure that you guys donate too. We are experiencing people needing mental health care, you guys, and I don't have all the funding to help people who don't have mental health care coverage. And there are a lot of people reaching out to me that need help. So if you guys have mental health coverage and you guys have health coverage, you know how blessed you are. There are others out there that are dealing with workplace bullying abuse that do not have the coverage, and they need your help. So donate at bossofculture.org. Volunteer, get involved any way that you can. And until next time, I love you. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, share. Bye.